Hey, just kidding.
Moment is how much he'll make from his inheritance once she's gone. This is the second I gave you so many chances to get closer to your mom and be there for her like I was, but you never did. If you want someone to blame, go look in a mirror. After that, Ted realized that he was going to be swimming in debt and fled town. I heard that as he was leaving, he called his girlfriend from the bar, Mary, and invited her to run away with him. He explained all that had happened, but once Mary realized it meant Ted didn't have any money, she blocked his number. Apparently, Ted came back to town to try and talk to Mary face to face, but when he got there, the police were waiting to arrest him for fleeing his debts and they took him away. I'm sure that Ted really regrets his actions now, but it's more than too late for any of that. As for me, I'm trying to rebuild my life and enter the workforce. Thankfully, Harry knew some people who were hiring for a nursing service and told them I had years of experience. To me, nursing is about giving back to the people that helped build the world that we live in today. It may not be perfect, but it still feels good to give back.
Hey, Shirley! Wanna grab some food with me today, too?
Hey! Good afternoon! Thanks for the invitation, but I'm going to hold off for today. Let's go again later.
What? Why not? I wanted to go to the new boba tea place in the mall. Oh, why won't you come with me?
I really have a lot to do today, so I can't go with you, but do you have money though?
What do you mean?
Well, you always seem to forget your wallet at home or something.
Yeah, I know. I always think that I need to remember to bring it, but I always forget it somehow. I'm such a clumsy girl. Can't be helped, I guess.
Even if it can't be helped when you forget your wallet, every time you borrow your money when you don't have your wallet with you, I don't think you've ever returned the money. Like, ever.
Really? I don't know. I forget about it. I always thought I've paid you back. Sorry about that. I'll be sure to pay for all of it later.
When is later? Literally, when are you going to pay? It's not just me either. You've been borrowing from a lot of people, doing the exact same thing you said to me. If you don't have any money, you really shouldn't be inviting people out to go any places to eat or drink, right?
Why would you say such a thing? That's so mean, trying to leave me out. I don't want to be left out when everyone else is going out.
It's not that we're trying to leave you out. Even if you can pay, we're more than happy to go out with you. But you clearly don't have any intention of paying. And you keep saying you forgot your wallet. We don't want to take you out either. Altogether, I think you owe me like $300.
That much? No way! You're being way too dramatic. Complete exaggeration.
I have all the receipts from when you borrowed money from me. I checked yesterday to tally it all up, and that's how much it was. Until you're able to pay me back, I'm not going to go anywhere with you.
I can't get in touch with any of the other moms either. They're all avoiding me. Do you know where they are?
Stacy, are you listening to me?
I'm listening. I'll pay you back when I can pay you back.
That's not the point of this.
So, what about the others? Are you with Kim too?
Yeah, she's here. We're all on vacation with the people that get along well.
Hang on. What do you mean, get along well? What about me?
I thought that you didn't have money, so I didn't invite you.
That's so mean. You left me out? I thought I was part of the group, though.
I mean, usually you're a part of it, yeah. But you never pay. Even when we go out to eat together. Just like you deserve to be paid for.
That's just because I'm always unlucky. How could you just leave me out like that? That's so mean. I thought we were friends and we got along. Where are all of you guys going?
We're all going out to one of our weekend getaway resorts.
Weekend getaway resort? That's not fair. Where are you now?
We're all about to get on the shuttle now.
What? Which getaway?
The one we always go to. Why?
gonna head over now.
Huh? What do you mean?
If I hurry up and drive over, I should be able to catch up to you guys, right? I'll go find the sitters right away. I'm sure I'll beat the shuttle anyway.
But we've only reserved for us at the getaway.
Oh, I'm sure it'll work itself out. I want to go with you guys for sure. I don't want to be left out all alone.
But we literally haven't reserved for you. What are you going to do when you show up? What about gas money?
Stop pretending like I'm someone who has no money. I'm totally fine. All right, I'm heading over now.
We're just gonna go to the resort with just ourselves. We can't just keep waiting for you.
Oh, come on. You guys can wait up a little bit.
We already have everything planned out. We aren't moving with you as the main person in this event. We can't do that. Sorry to break it to you.
Just keep that negativity to yourself. Just hang out and wait for me. I'll be there in like 2 hours. Alrighty, see you then. I'll message you when I get there. I'm here. Where are you guys? Hello? Where are you guys staying? Miss Shirley, I've made it here.
I see. We're already at our hotel. We're gonna go head out and sightsee, so bye-bye.
Wait, hang on. Where are you guys? I didn't hear what hotel you guys are staying at. I can't just go there on my own. Can you guys come get me?
Did you bring your wallet?
Huh? Why?
If you drove here, you definitely brought your wallet and some money, right? First, you need to pay me my $300. Then you can also pay back the rest to everyone else, okay?
No, I can't do that. Just tell me where to go. I forgot my wallet, but someone will spot me, right?
No one is going to spot you. Also, just like I said before, we haven't saved you a spot. You literally won't be able to stay with us.
What? I'm sure I can stay. There's gotta be at least one empty room, right? Couldn't you have asked when you checked into the hotel? Why didn't you?
Oh my god, why do I have to do all of that for you?
Because we're friends, of course. You can at least do that for me. I still can't even believe that you left me and only me out anyway.
You're just being annoying now. Let me just make it clear. I'm not going to tell you where we're staying. If you're dead set on coming with us, you have to pay us back for what you owe us.
Oh, but I came all the way out here. I literally can't believe I can't stay with you. And you won't even spot me? That's so mean. Honestly, I thought we were all gonna just go home together anyway, so I actually only rented a car to drive here.
How could you count on other people that much? I don't understand at all.
If you're not gonna spot me, someone else can. I'm not picky about where the money comes from. I'm sure someone else will pay for me, right? Can you ask them for me? No one is replying to any of my texts or calls.
Of course they're not replying. Right now, we're all reading your text messages together.
What? You're the worst. How could you make me look so bad in front of everyone?
You're seriously starting to cause us a headache. Can you start catching on already? You need to pay us all back for the exact amount that you owe us. Every single penny that you owe.
Oh, do I really owe you all that much? I'm sorry, I didn't know. Seriously, sorry. After this whole vacation, I'll be sure to pay you back. I just want to have fun with everyone is all.
Seriously, you're just like a broken record. I'm getting tired of this conversation. So, I'm gonna have Noreen contact your husband.
What? Noreen is there too?
Yeah, she is. Noreen's husband is a coworker of your husband, and also friends too, right?
I didn't realize that Noreen was with all of you too.
Yeah, I know. Because you always told her to stay quiet since you didn't want your husband to know. You were always afraid of your husband finding out.
my husband and her husband are together today, too. Who would have thunk?
Really? Perfect. I'll have them talk right away.
Please, no, I'll pay you all back. I didn't have enough money for when my husband gave me my allowance each month.
Huh? Really? But all your wallets and bags are all brand name. The LV wallet that you always keep in your Chanel bag, and yet you somehow forgot it every time. Were you really trying to save money? Or were you just spending it all on random things?
Okay. Next month, I swear. I'll pay all of you back, I promise. That's enough, right? Please tell Noreen not to tell. I'm begging you right now.
I think she already told him.
What? Hang on a sec. Where are you right now? Let me explain everything.
I think it's only a matter of time before your husband finds out about you too. Does that mean your husband didn't know you were out here?
He doesn't know anything. I'm the one that manages all of his income, so he doesn't know how much I take out.
Ah, so he didn't know that you would always lie about forgetting your wallet and annoying people?
Yes, exactly. That's why I don't want you to tell him. What am I supposed to do? Can you tell him it's all a misunderstanding? If you just find a way home for me, I'll leave you all alone this time.
Of course I'm not going to lend you anything. You say this time, but we're not going to do anything with you. Not until you pay us back in full.
What? My kids too? You should feel bad for the kids. That's so mean.
The kids are kids, so I wouldn't do such a thing. That would actually be mean. I don't mind if our kids play together as much as they want. But we're not going out for lunch or tea. In fact, we're not going to go anywhere with you. Never. Until you pay us all back.
Oh, my husband is calling me right now. What do you think I should do? I have to go home in a hurry. Can you just spot me a little bit for the bus then?
Where's the LV wallet you always carry?
I really only had enough for the one-way here. What should I do?
It has nothing to do with us anymore. We didn't even invite you anyway. You're the weird one here, expecting to have people paying for you when you came out here. You should probably contact your husband and tell him everything that happened. Maybe you should start by apologizing to him? Alright, we're going to go have fun at the gateway now. Hope you can find your way home. Stacy ended up answering the phone and confessing everything to her husband. Her husband was confused, but came to pick her up anyway. This whole debacle caused her husband to catch on. He found out about her lavish spending on all her belongings, and he was furious. All of the brand name things were sold, and the husband decided he would be the one managing the money now. She was forced to pay everyone back using the money from selling the brand name goods. Although she paid everyone back, she decided to start working a part-time job. She apparently stopped getting invited to lunch by all her friends.
Kenzie, for someone your age, you look very young.
Thank you for coming out today, Luke. You think that I look young for my age? Well, thank you so much for saying that.
I can tell that a lot of people your age are getting married and having kids now. And by the way you were acting today, I can see you really are wanting to get married to my son. You have taken really good care of your figure and everything, so be assured that you will get a husband soon enough. I'm sure the figure alone was enough to get my son's attention.
I do agree that a lot of people my age are getting married now and have kids of their own, but please don't think that I'm dying to get married or anything, and that that's my reason for seeming so excited today. Well, no, wait. I am excited, don't get me wrong. It's just that I'm excited to be with Isaiah.
Was today not about your guys' marriage, though? I'm sure you were acting like that because you very well understand that without my permission, my son will not be allowed to marry you, right?
Today was about us getting married. Isaiah had been asking to meet my dad and everything before we went any further with talks about marriage, and so that's why we all set this date up for you all. Both Isaiah and I already love one another a lot and wanted to make sure that we knew one another's parents as well.
All right, you don't have to keep playing dumb here, Kenzie. I understand that you want to marry my son and all, but you can't keep talking like you know everything, or else you're going to ruin your image. Us men like women who are a bit on the stupid side and talk as though they don't really know anything.
Are you sure it's okay to say something like that to me? We're in a new century now, and that means it's probably best that you refrain from saying things like that about women.
Kenzie, you seem to think really highly of yourself. You are aware that I'm going to be your future husband's father, right? I think it's best that you keep your mouth shut a little more often from now on.
Things like that.
I see. You're not going to really listen to me then, are you? If that's going to be the case here, then I'll make it my personal job to set you straight. Next time, let's make sure you and I have a chance to talk to one another, one-on-one. I'll make sure to get us a private room and everything to talk in, if you'd like. This meeting will be very important to me, as I make sure to retrain you from head to toe.
What? You want it to just be you and I meeting next time? So you don't want for Isaiah to be there with us, or anything?
If Isaiah is there with us, he'll try and defend you. And then I won't be able to teach you how to be a proper woman around my family.
But, Luke...
Don't worry, I'll make sure to pay for your meal as well if we go out to eat. Make sure to wear a short skirt and be very excited to see me when the day comes. If you can do that for me, then I'll buy you whatever food and drink you like.
Stop that, please. You actually think saying things like that to me, of all people, is okay? I'm sorry, but you need to stop yourself right there.
Kenzie, do you have any idea how old you are? If you are not able to please men right now, then your chances of ever being married to someone will grow more and more slim. I think it's time you started to listen to your fiancé's father, so that you don't let this chance at marriage slip away from you.
The thing is, though, we're still only engaged, and we haven't even made plans for a wedding or anything yet.
Then that means you really need to start trying to get on my good side from here on out, right? That clothing you were wearing today was very tight on your body, and I could make out all your shapes as you sat there in front of me. From the moment I saw you, I knew that I was into your style, Kenzie. So as long as you keep things going with me, then I'll make sure to let you continue seeing my son.
What are you talking about right now? I really don't like the things you're saying to me right now, so please stop. That is not the way you should be speaking with your son's girlfriend, Luke.
And that's something I'm going to have to teach you about as well now. In the future, you are going to be a part of my family, and will be making children with my son. And I need to make sure that you are worthy of making children with my son at all. You should be aware of just how important it is for my son to be pleased as a man, right?
I'm sorry, but that is far enough. I'm going to have to leave now. Isaiah, thank you for coming out today. But, regarding your father, there are some things that don't feel quite right to me.
What was that? Did he say or do some pretty weird things to you today? From my point of view, it seemed that my dad was really into you. And that's a really good thing for our future together.
Really into me? You think so?
Yes, I do. By the time you had to leave, it felt that we were all a lot closer to one another. And when I told him about the work you're doing for a living right now, he seemed really impressed by you.
I'm sure he was, but, Isaiah, I kind of feel that things are a little too close between your father and I now. When you went to the restroom and things like that, your father, he would look at me in a completely different way.
Oh, I think you're just being delusional about things. You really think that my dad would be willing to act that way around his son's girlfriend? Oh, I'm sorry, Kenzie, but if you keep saying things like that, then I'm going to get a little upset with you next.
No, I don't think I'm being delusional or anything about it. On the way out of there, your father kind of brushed his hand against my butt. When he did that, things in my head really changed, and I didn't feel comfortable at all with how things were going.
Huh? What are you going on about? My dad has always been a very good guy with the ladies. You think him giving you a little touch on the butt means that he has feelings for you or something? Oh.
Then let me ask you this. What was the reason again for your mother and father getting a divorce?
I know that from time to time my dad could get a little carried away with himself around my mom. But my mom would always leave me at home all alone to go do her own things. So when you compare her to what little my dad was doing, my dad looks like a really good guy. He also allowed me to join the company I'm a part of now, so I have much respect for him.
And that's what I heard from you, which made me think he was a very kind man. But today he went and intentionally touched your girlfriend. You don't find any of that to be really strange?
And like I was saying, you're being very delusional about things. What does it matter that he touched your butt? There's nothing wrong with that. Back when you were a kid, were you never spanked or anything? I grew up always being spanked by him, and that's what turned me into the man I am now.
I'm not talking about spanking. The way he laid his hand on my butt then, it was nothing like a little slap or anything. Also, he was just asking me over text if next time just he and I could go out to eat. I asked him why he would want to do that and why he wanted to meet in a private room.
That's just how much my dad is into you, right? What is going on with you? You think that he's going to start touching you more if you go to that private dinner with him or something? He would never do something like that to a woman your age, so calm down already.
I never said he'd do something like that. It's just, as a woman, being in a one-on-one situation with my boyfriend's father after he said all that to me already doesn't make me feel all right. I can't relax at all thinking about it. I don't even understand why he wants only me to be there with him. He said it was to keep you from protecting me, but him saying things like that only make me feel worse about the whole situation.
Hey, seriously? I never thought you were the type of woman to get so worked up by that. Let me ask you this. What kind of environment were you raised in by your parents? Wait, didn't you tell me that your dad graduated from a well-known university?
Is that what I told you before? Because my father never went to college or anything. He didn't even finish high school. But he put in a lot of hard work and made his way up to the top and is someone that I respect a lot. I want you to meet with him next time, all right?
What? Hey, are you kidding me? Well, that has nothing to do with me, so whatever.
What?
You just told me your dad never even graduated from high school. That's pretty crazy. What you said just caught me off guard there a little is all. But once you and I are married, you will be entering my family, so your dad is never really going to have anything to do with me.
Hey, when you said something like what my father did was crazy, did you mean that in a good way or a bad way? Please don't tell me you look down on him for having to drop out of high school.
I never said I was looking down on him for that. No. But considering that I've gone to college and am on my way to becoming an elite, I've never had the chance to meet up with a high school dropout. I thought people like that didn't even exist, to be honest with you.
The way you say that, it makes me feel as though you do look down on him.
You graduated from college as well, right? So you understand what I'm saying here. Well, whatever. For right now, just make sure not to make any drama about my dad, alright? Now, I have to go out for some drinks, and I'll be using the company's money to do so.
I don't think you should just be saying something like that, Isaiah. Especially when it has to do with the company's money.
You'd think I would allow a wedding between a high school dropout's girl and my elite son? If you're going to become upset by what I have to say, then you be upset with your failure of a father.
There is no way someone like you just went and splashed that hot coffee all over the place. I had to go to the hospital to get treatment for all these second-degree burns, and luckily the doctors and nurses were able to take care of it all right away. But they're saying there will be scars left over from all the burns. Which means now I'll have scarring on my left arm, my left leg, and my neck because of you. What the hell is wrong with you, you brute?
I want to ask that about you. How dare you hide the fact that your father is a dropout from my son and I, and make your move to try and marry my son?
I wasn't trying to hide anything. I was never asked about my father, so I never thought about talking about his education. It seems that the only ones who care so much about people's educations are you guys. If that's always been the case with you both, then you should have asked from the very start about things like that.
You expect me to believe that in this day and age, there are still people that never finished high school or went to college? Jeez, such a sad family who has raised you. And thinking about the way you said no to my invitation. I can't believe it.
If anything, isn't that the biggest problem to you right now? This has nothing to do with my father's education, but with the fact that I said no to my boyfriend's father's advances.
And if that is my problem with you, then the fact you understand that I'd have a problem with it means you did say no to me on purpose. You have no idea what you're doing right now, huh? Ha! Well, now you've gone and poked the bear, and are going to be in a real treat now. Nobody beneath me is going to overlook what I say.
What did you say?
You are from a family of lowlifes, trying to enter my family of elites. And by doing so, you are trying to take advantage of my son's income, so that you never have to work another day in your life. I'm sure a life like that is exactly what you're after, because you would be set forever, right? Well, if that's the life you want to get, then you're going to need to try harder to get on my good side. Ha!
You need to stop speaking about my family like that, please. There is no reason to be talking down about them.
Still trying to act all tough, are we? I have no other choice then. I'll have to do something that'll open up those pretty eyes of yours. You are still in your 20s, right? Just barely? Well, then you need to listen to everything I say to you. If you can do that, I will let you marry my son.
What else do you have to say?
you're going to have to provide some services to your fiancé's father now. You'd better be happy that you're still considered young. If you were in your 30s now, I would never be giving you this kind of a chance.
Does this mean you want me to meet with you in a private room, one-on-one? There you're going to be doing things to me like you did before, touching my butt and the like? That's something I'll need to do with you?
Hey. Don't start getting too far ahead of yourself there. You're on the verge of becoming an old hag, with only a few months left before that really does happen. You should be more happy about a man like myself touching your butt. Start to be appreciative of the fact that I find you attractive still.
You really are screwed up. Who the hell do you think would ever want to go into a private room with an old fat man like yourself and let you feel them up? Start realizing just how disgusting you are before you ever talk like that old man.
Excuse me? Kenzie, do you understand what position you're in right now? I have given you a chance to stay with my son, and you're going to talk back to me like that?
Well, then this means you've really gone and tied the knot around your neck.
I have no idea what you're talking about, little girl. You can't even compare yourself to me, when I've been around for longer than you, and I've done so much more for the world. No matter what you say to me, you're just going to make yourself sound like more and more of a sore loser.
We'll have to see about that then. My father happens to be the CEO of your company, so we'll have to see if you can still compare yourself to the likes of him.
What? Wait, what was that?
I said, my father is the CEO of the company you're working for. And due to all of the very unfortunate things you have said to me, I'll make sure he is fully aware. Expect the worst to come from him after today, so please look forward to it all.
Kenzie, you really think such a massive lie as that is going to fool me? Well, you did get me to clench my cheeks there for a second, so I respect you for that. But your lie is all but believable. A high school dropout like your father becoming a CEO. Ha! That's a great joke you've told me.
You think so? Then I'll make sure to let him know you've said that as well. Please be ready for what's to follow, Luke.
I just want to say that I'm so very sorry for everything I've done and said. I never once thought that you of all people would turn out to be the daughter of my CEO. I am so terribly sorry for the rude behaviors I had when speaking with you in both person and through text.
Ah, so you've finally come to understand your place? Well, I'm sure you're already aware of this, but a lot of people within the company are now very upset with you. And that means you are most definitely going to be fired.
Hold on a second. I have no idea who you or your father were at the time. I never thought that my CEO would even be a high school dropout. And when I heard that a lot of the other people on the board never went to college and things like that, how could something like that be?
Well, as you can see, it can indeed be. And now you've gone and pissed them all off. So how's it going? Did you have fun with all of them in the meeting room? Was it enjoyable hearing all of them talk about the things you were saying to both myself and about my father?
It was so embarrassing for me that I couldn't even bear to keep myself from crying. I regret everything that I have done and said from the bottom of my heart.
Can you give me an example of what made you so embarrassed that you had to cry? What exactly do you regret doing so much? Hopefully, you'll be able to give me a good example right now of what you'd done wrong, right?
When they started to tell me about how poorly I had been talking about the CEO, when I heard he was a high school dropout, and about the way I had used that to try and break things off between you and my son.
What else?
There's also There's the part where they started to tell me about the way I behaved with the CEO's daughter, you, in a very inappropriate manner.
Were you able to get all of those men on the board to agree with you that because of your age and the generation you're from, that it's okay to go around touching the butts of women half your age and saying that it's okay to do so because that's the only way someone like me would be allowed to marry your son?
Please don't say it like that.
Don't say what? You were trying to make me understand that, right? If you really want to have your fun with younger women, then perhaps it's better you get yourself a prostitute instead of feeling up the CEO's daughter. As far as the company and myself are aware, what you had done to me, touching my butt like that, is a crime. Sexual assault, one might say.
But you're going to become my son's wife. So I thought that as family it would be alright to do that.
How frickin' vile of you to say that. I can't believe there's someone I know who could say such a thing to me. I'm not even a part of your family in the first place, Luke. And if I was, there would still be loads of problems with you touching me.
I
guess you have no idea what the punishment is for touching a woman in a sexual way without her consent. It's because of disgusting men like you who think there's nothing wrong with being monsters around women that this society is constantly being held back.
I really am so sorry. I didn't think you would be so against me doing that.
You didn't think so? Have you ever had a look at what you look like recently? It's one thing for a really good-looking man to think something like that, but an old geezer like you thinking I'd be into you touching me up is just hilarious. How childish, really. I think you'd better start getting a grip with the thing you really are and begin to work towards acting like that thing instead.
I really am so sorry. Of course, now that I've been made aware of things, you are more than welcome to continue moving forward with your marriage to my son. And I'm sure the both of you would make a great little family together.
Huh? You think things are just going to continue moving forward after what's happened? I am never going to marry your son now, Luke.
Why not? You came all the way out to see me and talk about the marriage.
The reason for me not wanting to marry him anymore is because my eyes have been opened. When I tried to talk with Isaiah about what was going on with you, he didn't seem bothered by it at all. I could see that he was just as awful as you, and that led to me having a change of heart.
Wait, please. Right now, this is all a problem between you and I, right? Your marriage to him shouldn't have anything to do with me, and that's why he might have been a bit dismissive about how you felt about me.
But it has a lot to do with the marriage. If I were to marry your son, then I'd have to become family to you. And who knows what you'd do to me then?
You don't have to worry about what I'll do anymore.
To be frank, I just don't want to become family with something like you. And when I tried talking with Isaiah about what you were doing, he took your side and agreed with your tactics. I was feeling really uncomfortable about you, and yet he made it seem to me like he was okay with that.
That's just... He's a lot like his father, is all.
I could tell that if I made him my husband, I would be putting myself right in danger's way. And when I told him about how I had been hurt badly by that hot coffee you spilled on me, he seemed to think that was my fault for being in the way. That right there killed what little flame I had left in my heart for him. I'm happy to see that he's not at all like the man I loved before, and that once I became a part of your guys' family, he would not care one bit about my safety.
What?
By the way, my father is very aware that Isaiah was hired into the company by his criminal dad. So my father will have your son fired as well.
Criminal? You're calling me a criminal?
Who else would you be?
I am so sorry for what's happened. But you can't say I'm a criminal for what's happened. Please forgive me and let this all be.
Not only did you fling hot coffee all over me and give me second-degree burns, but you also touched my butt without my consent. I'm going to make sure the police are aware of this, so please allow them to walk you to your new room in hell. After that, the police arrived at Luke's house and took him into the police station for questioning. and this led to word about what he had done spreading even deeper into my father's company. Soon after the questioning was over with, though, the police did come back to Luke's house again, and this time letting him know that he was under arrest and would be taken to court by my father's lawyers. There he would be charged with both physical and sexual assault against me and would have to serve 5 years for it. And on top of that, he would also be required to pay me a settlement of around $150,000 for not only the crimes he committed, but also for my medical bills, as I would still have to undergo a few more treatments to help with my burns. Luckily, he had that kind of money in his savings, but after the money came to me, he was pretty much left dry and wouldn't be able to make any money back for the next 5 years. Isaiah then came to me a day after the court case and started to apologize to me while crying. But when I told him it was no use and that I'd not be marrying him, he ran off. Word about what his father had done and everything was already within the company now, but things were only made worse for Isaiah when I explained to my father about how he'd use company money to go out drinking and things like that. He was fired not too long after his father, and now the both of them can experience the hell they've entered together. This is what those two deserve for never understanding that the way they acted was not acceptable in today's world and quite illegal in most cases. As for what's happened with me after that whole fiasco, I'm back home living with my mother and father again. I'll be with them for a little while as I got time off from work so that I could rest and wait for my burns to all heal up. I know this outcome wasn't all that great for me because I'll always have scarring that will remind me of Luke and Isaiah, but that's a whole lot better than marrying into that family without ever knowing what kind of monsters they really were.
I'm so looking forward to moving into our new house. I'm so grateful that you bought a new house for us to live in. Our whole family is going to be so happy living there.
Hold on a second, Lisa. What did you mean by our whole family?
I don't understand your question. Obviously, my parents are moving in with us. We don't need a huge house for just the two of us. The more the merrier, right? And it'd be great to have my parents around because they'll clean the house and cook for us. They can take care of you too, Ted, which means I have more time to myself.
I see. Although, I don't think that you've been taking care of me in the first place. I mean, I'm doing all the housework for the two of us now. This is the first time I'm hearing about us moving in with your parents. What's going on, Lisa? Do I have a say in this?
Well, they're my parents. Did I really need to ask you for your opinion?
I think you do, seeing as they'll be living under the same roof as us.
I'm sure that I mentioned it before, and you were okay with it. You might have fallen asleep mid-conversation, but I did tell you.
Well, if I'd fallen asleep, then that doesn't count. It's unfair of you to tell me these important things when I'm about to fall asleep.
Well, I didn't know that you were going to fall asleep mid-conversation. This isn't my fault.
I'm sorry, but your parents just can't live with us.
Why would you say such a thing? They're my parents.
I bought the house for the two of us. I wasn't planning on inviting your parents to live with us. I won't feel comfortable in my own home if your parents were living with us. Besides, we'll probably have children soon, so there's not enough room for your parents. You need to tell them that they can't live with us.
But I already told them that they could. I can't say no to them now.
Yes, you can. They're your parents. They'll understand.
You know what? I don't need to listen to you. It's my house, too, so stop telling me what to do.
But I'm paying for the house. Don't you think that I have a say?
I don't. Besides, I've already decided, so you won't be able to change my mind. You need to support my decision as my husband. If you don't, you'll regret it later, I'm sure.
Are you threatening me? You can't make such a big decision without me. How many times do I have to tell you that I bought the house for us and not your parents?
So you're not going to support my decision, then? You want to argue about this?
I'm not trying to argue with you. I'm just being honest about my wishes. I can't live with your parents, and I won't. I do a lot of work from home, and if your parents were home too, I wouldn't be able to concentrate or work comfortably. Can't you see how this would be so hard for me?
Fine then, let's get divorced.
What? This is not something to get divorced over.
It is to me. My parents are very important. If you won't allow my parents to live with us, I'm leaving you. Is that what you want?
Of course it's not what I want. You're being very unreasonable by threatening me with divorce. And you just told me about your parents moving in with us. We should talk about this like two adults. I mean, I'm paying for the house, so it's technically my house. If you were considering asking your parents to move in with us, you should talk to me about it beforehand. Besides, the new house isn't designed for two families to live there.
I don't care how you put it. I'm divorcing you if you won't allow my parents to live with us, and that's a final decision.
What the hell, Lisa? So you're not even gonna try and talk things through with me then?
I already have the divorce papers ready.
Why in the world would you do that?
Well, I predicted that you'd react this way. I wanted to be prepared. You could have just said yes, and it wouldn't have come to this.
I don't understand why I'm being backed into a corner here. I didn't do anything wrong, yet I'm being punished. I think that you need to calm down. You're clearly threatening me with the idea of divorce. It's not fair.
If I don't get my way, I'm going to file the divorce papers. Do you not believe me when I say that I already have the papers ready? I can show them to you once you come home.
I don't want a divorce. I hear you loud and clear, but I still can't say yes to having your parents move in with us. You need to let your parents know that our plans have changed.
Why are you being so difficult?
I don't think that I'm the one being difficult here. I don't understand what you're trying to do. It doesn't make any sense for us to get divorced just because we can't come to an agreement for your parents. I know that you're busy in preparation for a move, but I don't want you to make any rash decisions.
You just don't get it, Ted.
You're being totally ridiculous. Do you hear yourself? I've been working hard and taking care of the house too. How come you come home late every night? We never see each other at home, and now you go and make this big decision without me? We're married. Shouldn't we be talking about this face to face instead of messaging each other like this?
I don't want to see your face. It's easier for me to message you. If you don't want me to leave you, you need to say yes to my parents moving in.
I'll think about it, but I don't think my answer is going to change. How come there's all this stuff being moved into our house which doesn't even belong to us? Did you send your parents' belongings to the new house without my permission?
I did. Is that a problem?
Why would you do such a thing, Lisa? You know that I don't approve of your parents moving in with us. Don't you care at all about my feelings?
I can say the same thing right back at you. You can't control me.
I'm not trying to control you!
This is my house too, and I have a say. Besides, my parents already arranged to move out of their current home, and they can't change their plans anymore. I'm okay with divorcing you if you don't want to live with my parents.
Have you ever considered that getting a divorce may not be so good for you after all? I defend that you can be so optimistic about everything.
I don't understand what you're trying to say. You can't stop my parents from moving in anymore, so just deal with it.
Just so you know, I'm going to do everything in my power to stop your parents from moving in with us. Have the movers send back all their stuff. You better do as I say.
Ted, where are you? Come help us move in. Are you going to make my father carry everything by himself? You can't complain even if I decide to file the divorce papers today.
Do what you want. I'm done talking to you. Have your parents go back to their old house. This isn't going to work out.
They've already moved out of their old house, so they can't go back. How many times do I have to tell you that?
The house is mine, and you and your family have no right to live there.
We're married, so the house is half mine. As your wife, I make all the important decisions here. If you're not going to listen to me, I really will file the divorce papers today.
Actually, I already did that for you, so the house is now mine.
What?
Now, will you and your family pack your things up and move out? You wanted to get divorced, so I did you a favor. But to be honest, I wasn't happy about our marriage either. I'm looking forward to starting my new life without you. I don't need to put up with all your whining and selfish behavior anymore.
Why did you file the divorce papers without telling me? You could have said something.
Did I really need to tell you? You were very eager to get divorced. I thought that you'd be overjoyed. We're divorced now, so you're not in the family anymore. I want you to get out of my house ASAP. I think that you should move out before I call the police on you.
Why would you call the police? You're not making any sense to me right now.
I did what you told me to. You should be grateful. You can thank me by moving out.
I didn't actually want a divorce. What I wanted was for us to live all under one roof with my parents. Can't believe that you actually filed the divorce papers. How could you?
I did what I had to do. You weren't ever going to listen to my needs. Like I said before, you should have told me beforehand about your parents moving in with us.
They're my parents. I thought that you would understand.
But I told you that I didn't feel comfortable living with your parents. Don't you care about my feelings at all? And I can't believe that you arranged to have your parents' stuff moved into our house without my permission. You never cared about my happiness. I now know that it was just a mistake getting married to you. I'm glad that you suggested that we get divorced. This is exactly what I needed.
I can't believe that you actually filed the divorce papers.
Oh, so you were bluffing then. Do you realize how selfish you are? You tried to threaten me to get your way. You're a terrible wife. I could do so much better. We're divorced now, so I don't have to put up with your crap anymore. Now will you please get out of my house?
Why are you suddenly turning on me? Don't we mean anything to you?
We're divorced, so we're strangers now. I don't want anything to do with you or your family anymore. To be honest, I never got along with your parents. Did you know that they would steal something from my house each time they visited us? You can't expect me to get along with thieves. I only put up with them because we were married, but not anymore. I want nothing to do with them.
I'm sorry that I threatened you. I feel bad for that. I never thought that you'd actually leave. I didn't want a divorce. How are we supposed to live if you kick us out?
How am I supposed to know? You're the one that asked for a divorce, so deal with it. I'm cutting all ties with you and your family. I suggest that you move out ASAP.
Why are you being so cold to me all of a sudden? Can't we try to resolve our issues and get back together? My parents already put their house up for sale. Can't we try to get along with each other? I know that we can work this out. I mean, we love each other, and that's all that counts, right?
You're the one that asked for a divorce, and I asked you if we could sit down and talk to each other many times, but you refused. It's too late to work out anything.
Look, I'm trying now. Can you give me a little credit here? What are you going to do with this house once we move out? Do you plan on living here all by yourself? Isn't this house too big for one person?
I decided to sell the house to my parents. They agreed to buy it, and the house now belongs to them.
What?
So you need to get out before my parents move in, which will be soon. I could call the police and you could get arrested for trespassing. I'll give you until tomorrow to leave, but if you don't, I'm calling the police. Now start gathering your things.
I never agreed to a divorce. You can't just kick me out like this.
You signed the divorce papers, which means that you agreed to the divorce.
But I've changed my mind. Doesn't that mean anything?
You know that there isn't anything that you can do about this.
We have no place to live. Aren't you concerned at all? We're going to be homeless because of you. Doesn't that make you feel bad?
Not at all. You should be grateful that I'm not asking you to pay me alimony because I could if I wanted to.
Why would I need to pay alimony to you in the first place?
I know that you were having an affair. Don't try to deny it. Why don't you and your parents move in with your lover? I'm sure that he'd be thrilled to have you.
I never had an affair. You have to believe me.
I know that you were going to ask your parents to move in with us and you were eventually going to divorce me and kick me out. You were going to have your parents take care of all the housework so that you could go out and spend time with your lover. I'm on to you, Lisa.
You have it all wrong.
I have all the evidence, so you don't need to make any excuses. I pity you, so I won't ask you to pay me alimony. Now leave the house before I call the police on you. That's the least of what you could do for me. Don't get in touch with me ever again. Have a nice life with your lousy parents and lover.
Lisa and her parents had no choice but to move out of the house. Luckily, they were able to move out before Ted called the police on them. They had no place to live and ended up living in the streets. Lisa asked for her lover's help, but he didn't want to live with her parents either. And he broke up with her soon after that. I guess she saw that one coming. Lisa continued to get in touch with Ted to try to get him to forgive her, but he never got back to her. Ted's parents moved into the new house, and Ted would visit them from time to time. Ted's much happier now that he's divorced and doesn't have to deal with Lisa's crazy parents.